Wabarakatuh. You have already been welcomed to today's crucial discussion on the strategies for poverty alleviation in Katsina in a depressed Nigerian economy. So my remarks as chairman of the event are simply to give perspective and direction, as well as to give an indication of the parameters of the dialogue. It is our expectations that the guest speaker will set the ball rolling and the discussants will fill in the blanks. Thereafter, the participants will have the opportunity to bring in their own thoughts on what has been said, or bring in something different but germane to the issues under discussion. I should also like to emphasize that from the onset that we are here to tackle a very, very pressing challenge facing our state, facing the northern part of Nigeria, and facing Nigeria at large. Unfortunately, the time available to us here is very limited, and the number of people who may wish to speak or make contribution are very many. Therefore, it is essential that those who have the opportunity to speak, they do so precisely, concisely, and with brevity. We are going to manage time very, very well. So please, those that are to speak will be allotted time, and please keep to it. Permit me to remind us that this is the second in the series, and the dialogues are going to be on socio-economic and even political issues that may beleaguer our society. The objective is to facilitate discussion amongst experts and other stakeholders on such issues. At the end of each dialogue, we expect that a feasible, practical, and sustainable solution will emerge, or at least recommendations of same, which when implemented will take us to a higher level of development. In the event, I have to hope that in our discussion today, nothing will be held back in the move towards our goal. We have been told of what the topic or the theme of the dialogue is, so let us not hold anything back. In particular, let us acknowledge the level and gravity of the poverty we have in our society. Let us accept that it is a complex issue which requires careful handling, collective efforts, innovation, and an unwavering commitment from both the government and those that are being governed. Our goal today, therefore, is to identify the problem, analyze it, and come up with effective strategies that, when implemented, will help to alleviate poverty. But in so doing, let us not shy away from touching on other socio-economic problems afflicting us, such problems as illiteracy, antisocial behaviors among our youth, the promotion of economic growth of our people, because it is only by so doing that we will improve the lot of our society. Let us accept that it is a complex issue we are going to discuss, which requires very careful handling. Our goal, therefore, if we do so, we can help see the salvation of our people, especially our restive youth. This dialogue, therefore, provides a much-needed, unique opportunity for experts, policymakers, and stakeholders to share knowledge, experiences, and ideas against the backdrop of the following issues. One, how we should explore the ways and means by which individual citizens and corporate entities owned or controlled by the citizens of Katsina State should partner with local, state, and even the federal government to invest in localities. To invest in localities, I want to emphasize that, to create jobs for local communities. That can be done by stimulating entrepreneurial and facilitating access to venture finance. I'm sure the guest speaker will touch on that. We should also discuss how local people can identify and leverage on any relative and or comparative advantages there may exist in our localities. They abound, but we simply ignore them. Two, how we should explore the ways and means by which individual citizens, and here my emphasis on individual, and corporate entities owned and controlled by citizens of Katsina should partner with the government and even to invest in localities and create jobs for their communities. Government should do this, government should do that. Let us remember the saying of John Kennedy, that ask not what your government should do for you, but rather what you should do for your government, or your country. In this case, for your locality. The third issue is that the dialogue should enumerate the steps individuals and corporate bodies in Katsina can take to partner with the government. It is to be partnership in the development of basic infrastructure. Here, I am referring to how citizens can invest in the development of basic critical infrastructure, such as the provision of basic local security, devising the means of enhancing the supply of electricity in localities, the provision of potable water in localities, and I'm happy that the chairman has said that I think they have come up with this. Let us individually resolve that I will take responsibility of providing, if it is borehole, I will do my best. Each one of us here will provide 10 or 5 or 2 or 3. If we should all do that, we come from various localities in Katsina. If each one of us take to do one, even one, imagine the effect that will do. So really the dialogue should highlight on that, on what we should do. And I believe that the communique should come up with really a clearly defined timeline, assignment of responsibility, who is to do that, and a monitoring mechanism, so that if anything is achieved, we know. As we engage in this dialogue, therefore, let us be mindful of those whose fortune we hope, by the grace of Allah, to change for the better. Let us be guided by the principles of inclusivity, sustainability, and accountability in all the recommendations we ultimately make. Most importantly, let us never forget that while we propose, Allah disposes, but Allah works with what you have in your mind. If you intend to do God, He will provide you all that you need to do. So please let us resolve to do even those things that we know now we are incapable of doing. If we have that as targets, we'll definitely achieve that. So once more, I want to express my gratitude to the organizers of the dialogue for bringing us here, the guest speaker for agreeing. In fact, having been where he has been, I have been a banker myself from the group. I mean, rose through the ranks. So anybody that has been a banker knows how he has dealt with people that have come for assistance to alleviate their poverty. I'm sure our guest speaker is well positioned for that. Let us be precise and clear in our contributions. Let us aim to harness the power of constructive and purposeful dialogue and cooperation. Equally important, let us aim towards the type of positive changes that will complement and add value to the visible and praiseworthy efforts of the government. I mean, we have to really consider next step. What do we like? I think this government is doing well, honestly. I mean, I say this with sincerity and conviction. And please let us build on that. Let us not play politics. Let us bring to bear our own contributions. We, the citizens, must stand to be counted in the supplementation of the needed resources, first by paying our taxes. This is very important. How many of us that are outside here, apart from those who are paying as you earn, how many of us are in business, but we have our tax points here? How many? Very few. Please do it. You can change your tax points from wherever you are. If you are pay as you earn, then because you are employed somewhere. But if you are a businessman, the law allows you to bring your tax point here in your state. Imagine what it will be if all of us pay our taxes here. I do.
Katsina Times.